The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is Mick Shots, streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app. Now, here are Bill Jones, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
You know what I miss?
What do you miss?
I miss the Cowboys fight song.
Oh, yes.
You know what?
Isn't that safe
on
for
a bye
Mondays?
week? Yeah, but did we not win the bye week?
Yes, they did.
There we go.
Well, no, in order to win,
No, Wade Phillips. We won the bye week, right? Under Wade Phillips. So we won the bye week this week too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And in fact, I think we need to make this a staple. This fight song gets you fired up for Sunday's game, doesn't it?
Yes.
I forgot all about it during my hiatus, so I thought you guys kept up the tradition.
We did not. Thanks for listening when you were here, Everson. But you know what? Don't you think? Do we make an executive decision?
Every Friday?
Every Friday, regardless of whether they won or lost the previous week, because
maybe we should play it.
Fires you up for a fabulous football Friday and a football weekend, right?
Either that or right before we make our picks.
No.
You're assuming that people make it that far in.
Right. We need to catch them before they change the channel, man. Before they dial out. You know what I'm saying?
Right off the top.
Gotta keep teasing them, that's all.
And on the little headline that you put, you go Cowboys anthem or whatever you call that.
Yes.
And
Fight song, Cowboys. Fight
song Friday.
Fight on.
It's Fight Song Friday.
Fight on Friday.
Fight on Friday.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think I'll use that today.
Missouri.
It's called Cowboys Stampede.
Cowboys Stampede. That's what it is. That's right.
Yeah, but they don't go with Friday.
Yeah, so it needs to be Fight Song
Or shall
Friday.
I put Fright? Fright.
Oh, my.
For today. Just for this
this
weekend.
week.
For this
yes.
week. Fright on Friday.
I like that. Boy, are we going to be full of
we are
puns?
clever.
They're going to be punning us to death this weekend,
Yes.
especially during the Sunday night game. They're
Is
gonna
Al
kill
Michaels
us.
back? I guess he probably is. Tirico did it 1 week at least.
Yeah, you did.
They're gonna just
Well, let's
bombard us with puns during the game.
Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Michelle Tafoya.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, yeah, they'll probably have a net behind them.
my
like
goodness.
a spider net or.
I just mean coming from the booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these comments, looks like the Cowboys. This is horrible. Oh, my God.
Collinsworth's son's
Trick
gonna
or
dress
treat.
up.
Yeah, give me
Yeah.
a break, man.
They tricked him on that
Yeah,
play.
right. They're going to kill us. They're going to kill us.
I
A
didn't
Sunday night football game on Halloween.
I haven't seen anybody in the building today dressed up.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
I brought you
I'm
candy
dressed
there,
up.
buddy.
Who do I look like?
I turned the jack-o'-lantern so the face was facing the camera, and how did it get spun around?
Well, Everson.
Oh,
can you-
Everson.
I did that,
Everson
my
dug
There you
into
go.
it.
There you go.
First
Look
of all,
at
this
there.
is COVID candy.
COVID candy.
Call it what it is.
It is not COVID.
It's
candy.
COVID candy. And I am in costume. Come on, who do I
Yeah,
look
there
like,
you go.
man?
Yeah, look at you.
Coach McCarthy, come on.
Well, as a matter of fact, in talking with Coach McCarthy about playing on Halloween night, he indicated that he has received notice from the folks who run the stadium in Minnesota that there's going to be some Halloween antics going on inside the stadium, like the lights going down and during timeouts, things like
Okay.
that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
So the
they're-
NFL is allowing that?
well, I don't know. I
Jeez.
guess they are. He got a warning about that, and he's just what he is calling for is for fans in attendance to dress up as Cowboys fans.
There.
So Everson, you have your proper game day attire right there.
That just gives them an opportunity to screw this game up and just all chalk it up to, it was just Halloween night. No, y'all start screwing with the telecast.
You know
That's
what you do?
happened.
You know what you do? You show this team Halloween night 1993 in Philadelphia, right?
Talk to me.
It was late afternoon on into
it was an
evening.
afternoon
It was an afternoon game, but it
right.
was a late afternoon game. And,
Yes.
So it went into
and
the night.
It was, especially East Coast, it was a 4 o'clock start, so it was,
Oh, it was
7
dark- it was
o'clock.
dark
It
by
was
the
a
time
night
the
game
game-
by the
So
time.
was it
And that-
ghoulish for the Eagles?
It was a lot of
See,
Emmitt
don't
Smith.
start, bro.
Yes, it was. I
Yes.
saw that. He's got the most rushing yards ever in a Halloween game.
Who's that?
Emmett.
One of the most memorable games of his career.
230 was it?
And
Kind of hard.
DeMarco
you
broke
gotta
it,
say
right?
one of them.
No, I meant on Halloween.
Yeah,
night.
but DeMarco broke the record.
The
It's
single
230
single
game
game, right.
rushing record.
Who was that against? Seattle?
That DeMarco
Yeah.
was against
Rams.
the Rams, and it was the
And it was
St.
back then
Louis Rams.
the Rams, dude.
So they sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll take it.
And but that ranks pretty high
Yes.
on the memorable Emmett moments in Cowboys history.
That and the
Well, the Giants game.
Giants game when he opened it with a 60-yard.
Well, I was
touchdown
talking
run?
about the Giants'
Oh.
final regular season
Oh,
game with
okay.
the
I was
injury.
just
Why does it matter
remembering
if it comes
that
on
moment.
a holiday? Why do we even care?
So
on the Emmett one,
Christmas in the NBA, they always
we would remember that Emmett game against Philadelphia regardless of
No,
what
I just
day
mean
it
for the-
was.
for the
but that
promos.
helps. Yeah,
Yeah.
that just helps.
So
put a
since
little
this is
stamp on it,
viewing. Yeah,
time
Since
stamp
this
on
but
it.
they always say they actually would note best. Who cares?
Right, Lord. Thanksgiving.
Oh,
game.
Right, who cares?
I somebody sent me a whole list of statistics for Halloween, like most touchdown passes on
You're
Halloween.
exactly
games.
right.
Yeah.
What difference does it?
So I want to know if since it's Halloween, will Mike bring pumpkins to Minneapolis and not watermelons?
He is killing me, man. Didn't we just talk about this? I'm loathing this already, man. We won't even wait
You
for
know
the
what
game.
he's referencing, though.
Pumpkins instead of watermelons.
Remember,
They smashed watermelons before the Minnesota
That's
game last
true.
year.
Yes. Wow.
so
And they had to bring their own watermelons too, by the way.
so you think they were bringing pumpkins on the flight?
I don't know.
You know he knows.
Well, there's
They're going to
room.
have the band Smashing Pumpkins play
There we go.
beforehand. There
Yes.
you go.
Nah, way to go.
Are you
there,
doing the
Chris.
game Sunday night, Chris?
I will be up
That
there.
would
No,
be
no,
that would-
Spags-
no, I'm
Spags-
saying in the booth with
Spags-
Collingsworth and Chris is going to be the man with the puns.
No, and Spags is the one with the receipt in his pocket from all the pumpkins that he bought.
That's right. And the sledgehammer.
Home Depot.
Actually, Mike made reference to that today before he started his press conference. He said that was one heck of a sledgehammer we bought, too. It was very special. He said, I'd never seen one like that before.
All right, so what's going to make it a happy Halloween for the Cowboys on Halloween night, Everson, in Minneapolis?
Man, I want to see us stop that running game. That's what's going to be a happy night. Stop
Yep.
that running game.
All right, let's not bury the lead, though.
Yes.
There you go. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
what do
just
we
to
So
know?
tease,
you want,
just to
what do
you
we
want
tease.
know
all
today?
you want all sides of it?
Yes.
Okay, so while we were doing our podcast yesterday, Dak Prescott was doing his weekly interview, and he basically said if it was up to me, I would play, but there's more going into this decision, meaning the head coach, the trainer, whoever else gets a hand in deciding if it is worth sending him out there knowing that they still have 10 games to play after this one. He feels like he could go out and play. He did basically, he upgraded what he did the day before, on Thursday before practice. I told you that. Today, no practice, right? They practice tomorrow. Mike said he came back a little sore because he did a little bit more work yesterday than he had. It sounds like, now Jerry was very optimistic. He said, I'd like to think Dak can go. We'll think that. Things are looking good right now about Dak. So that was Jerry this morning. During Mike's press conference about the same time, he basically said that they will keeping an eye on him, see that he continues to progress, and probably come to some sort of conclusion on Saturday. Not that they're going to tell anybody, and I think a lot of that will depend on how they list him today on the official injury report status. My guess is it's going to be questionable.
Right.
And then if it goes to they know he's not going to play, they may go doubtful or he's out. but that wouldn't change till about 3 o'clock on Saturday. And they don't have to do that either if they leave it questionable and then they decide he's not playing. Now, if he doesn't get on the charter, then everybody's going to know he's not playing, and that'll get out. But, he could. So you could dress him and say he's the backup.
That's what I would do.
Right?
Yeah.
Which I think is going to happen with La'el Collins, by the way. I think he's going to be active, and then he'll be the backup swing tackle, maybe the backup left guard. Who knows?
So back on Dak, what are the chances Dak would not be on the flight, even if they decided that he would not be playing? I mean,
he would still go.
He would still go.
Yeah, I was
think
going to
so.
say he's not staying home.
Although they probably don't want him standing for 3.5 hours on the sideline.
There's a bench.
Well, yeah, like he's going to sit down, right?
Well, when the offense comes off the field, he'll sit down. He'll
need one of the charter flight attendants to please fasten your seatbelt.
Well, first of all, after what we saw last night and what we've seen from some of the greater players in the league, whether you're quarterback or whatever, you're going to take a lot to keep them off the field.
Yes.
It's just the way. It's almost going to be impossible to keep him off the field. You talk about us having our lead in the NFC's division. I get that. But when it comes down to it, we're not worried about the NFC East. We're worried about the NFC. And we need to keep pace. We might just stumble up on home field advantage. We might stumble up on not being a wild card team for once in our lives. After what happened last night, we see that, undefeated ain't what it used to be.
The more you win, the closer you are to losing. I've always told you guys that weird stuff will happen.
And you had a struggling quarterback for the Packers. But they still came up with a great game plan. I got new respect for that coach now.
Yes.
For the Packers.
Because they were
heck of a game plan.
They were without their
3 top wide receivers.
And
3 receivers.
And was it the offensive coordinator or defense? One of the coordinators was out too.
No, that was
the Packers.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, defensive. Yeah.
And they played probably one of their best defensive games of the season.
They sure did.
Because I always thought that was their downfall, the Packers' defense, and they played awfully well. He
didn't play.
He had his civvies on.
He wasn't dressed at all.
But to the point, those Rodgers carried that team, right?
Yep.
Last night?
Right.
No.
Who carried that team?
The running game carried that team.
Okay.
Well, that A.J. Dillon, I didn't know much about him. Lord.
They were lowering their shoulder like they
just didn't want to get tackled.
That name was Zeke or something. They couldn't stop them once they made first contact.
Yeah.
So to me, they rallied for him. Mm-hmm. He didn't carry it. They rallied for him for once. I don't think he had 200 yards passing. A lot of his passes were very ill-advised passes, should have been intercepted. A couple of them should have been intercepted, but he wasn't worried about that. He knew what he was doing in regards to the coach had Rodgers playing as if he was handing the ball off. All of those passes, they were just long handoffs. He didn't ask much from him, and when they did, he almost screwed up at least a couple of times.
And how about Kyler on the other side?
That wasn't one of his better games
was
either,
not.
Until the last drive.
But here's the thing, guys.
99 yards away, and he gets him down there.
Here's the thing, guys. How do you not rush him up the middle every time? How do you not have that kind of success against Kyler Murray every time? And I know it's easier said than done. Okay, we're just going to rush him up the middle. We're going to contain him in the pocket. We're going to cover down the field. That sounds easy. That is your best scenario for him, though, and that's what was working for the Packers. That was the game plan. Come on, man. The dude is spag size. Mm-hmm. Give me a break.
And they've
watch it.
Well, and
I was waiting on Bill to say.
No, but
he's in deep thought right now. He's going somewhere with this.
They're trying to do what they can to protect him and not run him like they have in the past.
But
and that goes back to their draft. When they drafted Rondale Moore, some of that stuff where Kyler get out on the edge and stuff, Rondale Moore is as fast as Kyler is.
Yeah.
And so by design, they can run some of that jet sweep stuff that even if they don't hand to him, that motion freezes the defense and clears opportunities out for Kyler. But Kyler, he has not. When he came here and played last year, he did not have a good passing game.
And there was several passes he threw up for grabs.
Yes,
he
he did.
just winging it.
He did
and
it
I was
Mahomes.
thinking,
He
you
was
know
doing
what?
the Mahomes
This
thing.
guy is really lucky. He should go to Vegas because, if you look at the great pass he threw last year that ended up the big touchdown.
The Hail Mary to
Hail Murray.
Yeah, he's not even looking. He just wings it, right? Well, the first touchdown pass. He just winged that,
Yeah,
right.
and if the DB didn't get lost, he has it covered. And
you're covering Hop.
But-
You're covering D. You better go that way.
Like,
don't
look for
don't
the-
stop and look. You better go that way because that's where he's
Right.
going.
I mean,
But you're right. You give him credit for being able to make the throws.
Right.
because of the
Right.
arm and everything,
the
because
arm and the
baseball,
accuracy and all
right.
that stuff, but he takes chances.
there's a
Well,
lot of
just
Hail
like
Marys.
Mahomes did.
That's right.
I mean, it
That's right.
starts to catch up after a while. The league, sports, competition, all of it, eventually it catches up. And that's what you like about the good quarterbacks. You can catch up all you want, but I'm going to switch gears. See, that's what the good quarterbacks have done. That's what Rodgers has done. That's what Brady has done. We know what your weaknesses are, but okay, you know what my weaknesses are. You still can't stop me.
See, and you were right about rushing him up the middle because now you took away his ability to run.
Yes.
He was going out the back of the
Yes.
pocket. And that's when the quarterback
And as
gets
exciting
trouble.
as that is,
Yeah.
he looked tired. Didn't they look tired in the first half? He looked tired in the first half. They had him running all over the place, and they were at home, so they really came out kind of listless as a team. And that's what you mean when you say, the longer you go undefeated, the closer you are to losing, because it's just that is what I'm waiting on for the Cowboys.
Right.
It happens. It just happens.
That's
There
why
are no more Miami
this game
Dolphins
is
teams. and things.
significant because they're playing a credible opponent. And if they don't come out ready to go, they're going to get lost.
With a deceptive record.
Yeah.
They have a
Now,
deceptive
did you guys
record.
see the explanation on the last play for the Cardinals, the interception?
No,
in the
tell
end
me
zone?
what happened.
So I saw a story, and it was quoting a source saying that they checked the play at the line of scrimmage because Troy was right. The ball was supposed to go left.
Yes.
And he said something to the fact that for some reason it didn't go left. He probably saw the matchup to the
Of
right,
course.
and he had man
6'4" versus 6
man
feet, I
coverage.
guess. Yeah.
And evidently A.J. Green didn't get the check, or he didn't understand
He was a
it.
bit listless all night talking about A.J. Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just,
He thought the ball
I kept
was-
thinking about old contracts. I kept thinking about old contracts last night. I told my son, I said, oh, my God, I'm surprised Bill's not texting right now because he looked old.
Yeah.
He didn't look like he belonged on that team.
And without Hopkins on the field, they lost a lot of their offense. But I think he thought he didn't catch the check, and he thought the ball was going left, and he was just a decoy.
Well, you see, earlier in the game, he got cut off badly by the DB. I mean, the ball was over his head by about 20 yards because he didn't even finish the route. So he was trying to get a sub after the route. They're waiting on him at the line of scrimmage. They didn't put a sub in for him.
Tapping his helmet.
Yeah, they're like, no, come on back. So he had to run back. I believe he had to stay in the game, but he delayed their hurry-up offense just simply out of, these are the kind of things you don't see from someone that's been on the team for quite some time and with that much experience.
And I will correct the announcers for saying that because there was a whole lot of Packer fans in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this team, they travel well. No, those people left Wisconsin and
time
went where
ago.
it's warm.
That's right. If you live in Wisconsin, you're going to travel
Right.
wherever. Let's go every home game.
You have moved. Your house is now in Arizona. That was like, when they would say that about the Cowboy fans in Arizona. It's like, no, the Cowboy fans, people move there, or the fact that when they didn't have a team, Tex put that radio station
That's right.
in Phoenix
That-
and
that
Tucson.
was all marketing,
And
yes.
he developed a fan base. It was sort of like the Cub fan base because of WGN, right? All over the country. Well, the Cowboys fan base developed in Arizona because they didn't have a team. The Cowboys were one of the closest teams, other than if they were.
And then it made its rounds all the way around. Iowa, I'm sure. Idaho, yeah.
It's like with hockey here, okay? When the Stars play the Red Wings.
Yeah.
And it's not like all those fans just flew down from Detroit for that game.
For one of 82.
No, they live there. I've got 2 neighbors who are from Michigan. They've lived here for 30 years, and every time the Red Wings are in town,
now.
they're wearing their Red Wings stuff.
Same with the Blackhawks, too.
There you go. That's right.
And the same thing when the Tigers would play the Rangers. It would be all Detroit fans at the stadium, at the ballpark.
They probably live right around the corner.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. All right, more Mick shots in just a moment.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way. Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Mick Shots.
Bring some Cowboys game day energy from the Dallas Cowboys rhythm and blue dancers or drumline to your next event. For appearance and performance details, visit DallasCowboys.com/DCRB. That's rhythm and blue.
So they're having a band or a DJ?
No, it's the guys that and gals that dance on the end zone platforms.
Oh, okay. So just the music. I thought they
Cowboys rhythm and blue dancers and drumline.
Whoa, nice.
So if you're going to have an event.
All right, Mickey, where would you like to go next here?
Let's go.
Are we doing rants today? Rants on Monday? That's right. Rants on Monday.
Rants.
like his mix shots?
I'm not going to rant on anything. Nothing's bothering me.
Okay,
that was
not
Monday.
yet.
That's Monday, though. No, that's Monday. Yeah, we're done with that. No.
Yeah.
Other than the day I drove in and I saw 5 people with a dog sitting in their lap while they were driving down Sam Rayburn Expressway.
5 people?
5 different cars, yes.
Why?
Why do people drive with their dog in their car?
Well,
I mean, in their lap.
Because they're going to the
dogs
vet.
won't get off your lap. I've tried that, bro. I'm sorry. I'm guilty.
Put the seatbelt down.
My daughter's little dog. She won't get out, stay out of my lap. And then she winds her butt off over the passenger side. Man, it kills you.
Heads out the window.
When you get, you're taking 2 beagles to the vet, okay, by yourself. What do you do? How do you get them to the vet?
Bill. I feel you, baby.
You put them in a dog cage.
Well, okay.
Oh my God! You want to put them in a cage?
That's cruelty.
No, it's not. Keeps them safe.
Okay, I'm sorry. My beagle Romo, he has to get in my lap to go to the vet.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it either.
So
mine's Bunny. Her name is Bunny.
Okay, that's my rant.
Okay. Well, Romo's now.
So now where do you want to go?
By the way, Romo's now 14 years old.
Wow.
We got Bo and Romo. I wanted to name them T.O. and Romo, and I got X'd out on T.O. And so
Bo Jackson.
It's Bo. It's B-E-A-U. I was told later.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Romo. So that's how I know that their age, because we got him in Romo's first full season as a starting quarterback in 2007 at Christmas. So
he's been
actually, I guess we got him in 2006 when he first started games.
So he's been hit or miss, huh?
So
He's still going strong.
Right.
you want to take a guess why we named our dog Dantley?
Adrian.
AD.
Because remember he didn't want to show up in '89.
The Mavericks.
Mm-hmm. So we figured we'd have the only Dantley in town, and then he showed up.
Okay.
Boy,
That was pretty good, huh?
All right. Now, what did you really want to talk about?
What about Cooper Rush?
Yeah.
What are our thoughts?
Okay. First off, do we want to speculate? Are we expecting Dak to play or not?
I've changed my mind 3 times.
Okay.
Wednesday, I think I told you guys 100, or Thursday, 100% yes. And then I heard Dak talk, and I was like, I don't know about this one. And then today, just the way McCarthy kind of parried his answers and said, we're going to put this off till Saturday, and then Jerry said what he said, I was thinking, well.
And you said Jerry sounded positive.
Positive,
yeah,
but
right.
he also said it's a long season, and we got to take that into account. Then I was thinking, well, maybe he will play. So they're going to go through tomorrow's practice. It's an hour practice. It's a light one, but they still are out there in helmets and shorts.
How many snaps has he taken in practice this week?
That hasn't been ascertained, unless you know.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say you had to be on the inside for that one.
He said he's taken all the walkthrough snaps. So they wouldn't have wasted those knowing that Rush needs as much as possible. Now, I got a feeling Rush got everything he's needed on Wednesday and Thursday. It'll be interesting to see what happens on Saturday. Because he's got to be ready, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be ready if he plays and gets hurt, right?
Still got to be ready.
Still got to
no
go
what.
in.
Quiet around the Rush household.
So now I'm leaning more towards playing.
Towards playing?
Dak
playing.
Towards Dak playing.
And that's based on.
Now I'm going to give you a Tom Landry answer. Gut feeling.
Okay.
I just have a feeling.
Okay.
I agree. I never thought he wasn't going to play.
I think but I may be totally wrong.
Do you think he's sitting?
I think if he's good enough to do what he did, a full go as far as his rehab yesterday, then. And I know he wants to play.
I think last night had a lot to do with him making up his mind to play, even more so.
Because the Cardinals lost?
Because the Cardinals lost, that gives us a chance to keep pace, of course. I mean, here we are.
A long way to go.
Yeah, long way to go. But, strategically, this is a good move for us to make. Also, because just a pride thing, competition thing. I mean, Aaron Rodgers played with it. How am I not going to play with mine? They talked about how he shouldn't have been out there playing
Except
at all.
his was a playoff game, so it was a different thing.
I understand that.
That's a win or lose.
I understand
and
that.
And Dak has been adamant that if this is a playoff game, he's 100% for sure playing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when it comes down to it, it's a matter of pride as well.
Mike had a pretty funny story today about Aaron having a shoulder injury. Did he say it? I think he said it was his first year he started, like 2000. I can't remember the year. When did Rodgers? So Rodgers was there for 2 years of Favre before he actually started.
Let's go with it.
So whatever year it was, he had a shoulder injury, and so they devised a game plan basically for him to throw no passes more than 15,
had a pass
20
here,
yards.
a pitch count.
Right, and didn't want him throwing deep. And he said he hadn't thrown deep. It was all kind of short stuff. And he goes, we got into the middle of the first quarter, he said, I think it was our second possession, and we had the play call. He remembered what the play call was, and it was basically if the defense is lined up like this, the play call is basically a go route down the middle, right? So it was going to be about a 30, 40-yard pass. And he said he absentmindedly just saw it, reacted, and called it, right? I think it was 2008. And he said, and Rodgers had not thrown the ball that far for the entire week, and he said he just instinctively called it. Rodgers threw it, and it said it loosened up his shoulder. It was, and then he said he came back to the huddle and he looked at the sideline like, "I'm good, Mike."
Thumbs up.
Yeah, but he wasn't supposed to call the play. He said. So devising a game plan to protect your quarterback sometimes doesn't always work.
Because instinctively, we just always go especially with the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
As the game's going on, you're like, hey, we got to go with what we do.
Mickey, would you like for me to throw out what Dr. David Chow has thrown out? Okay. All right.
Because I can throw out just as good as he can because he hadn't seen any X-ray. He hadn't seen any MRI. All he is going off of is, well, now a calf injury is pretty serious. I probably shouldn't play.
Okay, so do you want to talk right now about Cooper Rush, or do you want to take a break and come back and talk about Cooper Rush before we do our picks to click?
Oh, it's
and who
2
wins?
o'clock already.
Yep,
It's 45 minutes goes too fast.
It does. So you want to do it now, or you want to after we come back?
Sounds like you want to do when we come back.
Well, it may take longer than a couple of minutes. So, okay, when we come back, what if Cooper Rush starts on Sunday night for your Dallas Cowboys?
At Smoothie King, we are blending goodness to fuel your greatness. Every blend is crafted to help you achieve your health and fitness goals. Smoothie King uses only whole fruits and organic veggies. You'll never find sugary syrups or artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. And unlike some other smoothie places, there are 0 grams of added sugar in many of our blends. Smoothie King is proud to be the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Place your order in the app or online for pickup or delivery. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Hey Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way. Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with United Ag and Turf. Before you can park yourself in front of the game, park yourself in a John Deere and power through your chores. Our Land Run package is a 1025R, 25 horsepower tractor with a loader, rotary cutter, and a box blade for $229 a month. And the price you see is the price you'll pay, no surprises. So don't miss another kickoff.
Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com. Offer ends February 1st, 2021. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Now let's get to work.
Back to Mick Shots.
Hey, invite Rowdy to your next event, from watch parties to birthday parties, corporate events to special deliveries and more. Rowdy brings games, entertainment, and photo opportunities to all occasions. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Rowdy to book your appearance today. What are special deliveries? Is it like a birth?
Depends on where you live.
Flowers.
If it's in California,
flowers. Yeah.
Oh,
if it's in California, it's flowers. All right.
Yeah. Anniversary,
fruit
birthday,
basket.
Something you've never done.
Cookies,
gummies.
Okay, Cooper Rush. Should the Cowboys make the decision to go with Cooper Rush on Sunday night, how confident are you of a Cowboys victory?
Well, everything you hear sounds good about Cooper Rush. Jerry said today he's just outstanding at executing our offense. He said he gives us the pure ability to maximize our supporting cast.
Pure ability.
To maximize our supporting cast. So they're thinking if you got all these other guys around him, then he can execute the offense. I don't know that, he's going to come out and throw for 300 yards, which is why I'm writing today that this is a big test for this defense to show up.
That's right.
So he doesn't have to score 30 points
That's where I was
to win.
Spags.
Or if Dak's less than 100%, maybe they don't average 34 points continually. But they need to step up and play better. And by the way, before we get back to Rush, I just remembered this one. We keep referencing that they got 11 games to go. Michael Parsons corrected everybody in his interview yesterday and said 14.
Oh, Lord.
I love that.
14. To Bill, man. He's been talking to Bill.
That takes into it. You know what 14 means?
What does that mean?
That means you
first
get the
round
bye.
You got the top seed.
Not 15. You said this
That's
yesterday.
right.
Yes, thank you very much. Have you been talking to that guy? I think he listens to us.
He's
a fan of Mick.
And it was really funny because they were asking the question, and they were in the middle of the question mentioning 11, and he just said 14.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Love it.
So anyway, Cooper Rush.
So
that's what Jerry had to say.
Can our defense hold down the offense? Because we're going to have to keep up with them offensively. That's what we're thinking. Just like we thought last night that Green Bay was going to have to keep up with Arizona. They did not.
Right.
Because defensively they stepped up. Can we step up, as you asked, defensively? Or if the alternative is, can Cooper Rush keep up with the Minnesota offense?
And I think if it's reasonable, right? Reasonable. Because in the last 19 games, I went back and looked, only 4 times have the Cowboys held an opponent to no more than 20 points. And twice this year.
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to ask the next question?
Go ahead. Can they score 24?
Well, okay. I'm going big picture now. Okay, so if Cooper Rush, if the team is not going to be able to match another team that's highly explosive with Cooper Rush at quarterback, what happens if we're in this same scenario in January?
Which gets Bill to his
point.
Which gets
me till Tuesday, the trade deadline.
See how cleverly he did that? Because he wants a better.
I'm so glad he's not in the war room.
If we have these questions, about our backup quarterback, okay, not being able to keep up with the 3-3 Minnesota Vikings, okay, what about the backup quarterback situation if said starting quarterback Dak has a strained calf muscle on January 8th and going into a January 16th playoff game?
Well, he'll have all the experience from Sunday night.
I was going to say, so what if Sunday night he does well and we win? What if he just does well?
And that changes the whole complexion on the backup quarterback situation.
Right.
So this is his chance to show. If he does play, this is his chance to show.
If he does play and just play well, win or not, just play and play well.
Let's say he's middle of the road. What are you doing on Tuesday?
You're looking for a quarterback.
Maybe they do it on purpose just to see if they need to make that move.
Well, that's another.
Because it really doesn't matter how the defense plays or how they're going to be totally looking at how he plays.
Does that enter this equation at all? That you got the trade deadline on Tuesday,
and you're going to
you can find out about your backup quarterback situation.
No, I think you're overthinking now.
No, I don't think it shouldn't enter into the equation. But I'm asking, does it enter the equation at all? If you're wondering about Dak, well, maybe we can sit him, and added advantage is now we can find out if we need a quarterback.
That's it.
That doesn't enter the thought process.
Mike got asked a convoluted question like that, and he was like,
"Well, he's not going to say it in public."
No, not that question. Okay. It was something else, and it was like another one of those if, right? And he was like, I think he said something like, I'm so confused. I don't even know how to answer that.
I think he just blew a fuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Or the one they asked Jerry today about the trade deadline, and they were going, well, just let's say since we can't do anything with tampering, there was a defensive end out there who doesn't like his situation and wants to be traded. Do you think you might be able to do that? And Jerry goes, well, since we can't tamper, and the way you said that, I got no idea in hell who you're talking about.
They know what he's talking about, but not who they're talking about.
It's like, who are you talking about, right?
So, no,
I can't remember who's the defensive end that said he wanted out. It was, I forgot.
All right, Everson.
But
you were
anyway,
gonna say something,
go ahead.
Or did
No,
you
I was
forget?
just going to say, I do not put it past us to at least consider looking at another backup quarterback.
You know the weird thing about Rush, though? Every time he got a chance to play in a preseason game, he's played well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's preseason. I get it. When you watch him in practice, it's like, I don't know. And then he gets in, and Jerry's right. He just kind of executes. It's not fancy. He's just kind of rhythmic.
Some guys don't take good tests.
He's just rhythmic.
Some guys don't test well.
Yeah.
right.
Right.
So he may be just be a guy that doesn't test well. But when the game comes, it's all just easy.
Now, I don't think you want him scrambling around back there trying to create.
Mm-hmm.
But if he can be robotic, sort of the way Garrett was in the start on Thanksgiving, which, by the way, wasn't his first start. Somebody mentioned that was his first start.
Okay.
His first start was in '93 when Troy had something. And they traded for Kozar, or Kozar got released.
Mm-hmm.
They brought him in. Garrett played like a quarter, and then they put Kozar.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So you're saying that the Thanksgiving, you called him robotic in the Thanksgiving game? Garrett?
Jarrett? Jason? Yeah.
He was preparing for his press conferences.
Isn't he funny?
All right, picks to click.
Actually, his post-game press conference that day was one of his better ones, right? When he
Why
told
do you
us,
listen to Bill?
I'm talking to you. I'm
Okay,
even
thank
ignoring
you.
him.
All right, good.
His post-game press conference was basically
I just couldn't
talking
resist.
about
Yes.
his. I don't think Brill. Well, they might have been married by then. But he said the last thing Brill told me before I left for the game is, if you get in trouble, just throw it up long and high to Elvin.
That's it.
And you know what?
That's what happened.
What happened?
That's what happened. And we got a Thanksgiving win.
Yep.
All right, so who wins?
Against the Packers, by the way.
Right.
Who wins and picks to click?
I got no idea.
Oh, why are we here?
I got it. I'm first anyway.
Go ahead.
I'm first anyway. Okay. We're looking at Dak going to play. Dak is going to play.
Okay, so maybe we need to make 2 picks each.
Gut feeling. Play or not play?
No, Dak's going to play. I'm going with Dak playing. My pick to click. Cowboys winning 35-31. It's going to be a shootout, just like always. I don't know how the matchups are going to be in regards to the wide receivers versus the DBs. I'm looking at Diggs being on Thielen.
Okay.
I'm looking at Brown covering Jefferson.
Okay.
I'm looking at Diggs to get at least 1 pick. They are not running from him.
When they asked,
they're going to challenge him, and he's going to answer.
When they asked Diggs, which one should you cover, and he goes, "It's pick your poison."
Mm-hmm.
Good answer, too, by the way.
He's
okay.
He's
So you got 35-31 Dallas, and
Dallas.
You got Trayvon.
I got Diggs getting at least 1 pick.
Okay.
They're going to come at him. They're definitely going to come at him.
Dak plays.
Okay.
And they will score 31 points.
Which is what they scored last year up there.
And Minnesota will score 28.
Which is what they scored last year up there.
A replica.
Except there will be fans in the stands this time.
Well, that's true.
And we are a better team. Yes.
If they can deal with the noise.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Because the last time this team played in significant noise was that day in New Orleans.
Okay, and your pick to click who?
Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I was thinking. I knew you were going to pick a linebacker.
because they're going to run the football.
Yes,
and the Cowboys defense has to step up against Dalvin Cook, who went for 115 last year against them. And the year before, I'd forgotten, they played him in 2019. He went for 93, but he caught 7 passes for 86 yards and a touchdown.
Yes, he did.
So
frustrated the heck out of us.
Dalvin.
Okay. I'll go Dak plays and
they get beat. You're not going to go that far. Because at some point, we got to pick them to lose because they will.
I already have.
30-24.
Okay.
30-24, Dak plays. Now, if Dak doesn't play,
I'm with you on that.
Okay.
Then the 5-game winning streak probably ends.
And my pick to click, C.D. Lamb, because he's matched up, sort of, against Justin Jefferson.
Wasn't that the game last year he had the big catch?
There you go.
That crazy,
crazy big catch.
Crazy catch. he surprised himself on that catch.
So C.D. and 30-24 if Dak plays. And I don't want to think about it if he doesn't play.
If for me, if Dak doesn't play, I'm looking at Zeke being my pick to click.
Well, you know what? He kind of needs to be anyway. If they can establish the run, that would help
keep
protect
them
Dak,
off the field.
right?
Yes,
because Zim's going to come up with some fancy blitzes.
Oh, that's right. Mike Zimmer's on the other side.
That's right. And Xavier Woods, by the way.
That's right.
I didn't look up. I wonder how many tackles he has. He's
didn't
starting.
Didn't he play cornerback at one point?
They might use him as a slot guy,
slot corner.
but not.
I could see that.
Xavier Woods, 35 tackles, 1 fumble forced, 1. Is that his interception? Yeah, 1 interception.
Okay.
Good player. I always liked him. He used to get unnecessary abuse because he doesn't intercept passes, but he covered. And Marinelli told me this once. He goes, you know what the best thing he does? He goes, he causes the quarterback to go away from the receiver that he's covering, or that where he's supposed to be, where he's supposed to be.
He's in position at all times.
Not like he's in single man coverage, but that he's forcing the quarterback to go away from that option because he's where he's supposed to be.
All right. So your plans this weekend?
Hanging out with me.
I'm watching Missouri Vanderbilt.
All right. Oh, guaranteed win.
No.
He meant for Vanderbilt.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's what all those North Texas people are.
Right.
Missouri's going to kill us. And they give up 35 points to North Texas, right?
All right. That does it for another week of Mick Shots, and we will see you again on Monday.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!